Good morning children. Welcome back with the next new session. So the lesson so far we have started is Parliament and Central Government. So in the beginning of the lesson we have discussed that what is the necessary of having a parliamentary kind of a government, that is why do we need democratic government, so what are the problems we have all faced, so how the situations or how the condition of India was when it was under the Britishers rule. So finally, after the independence, we could conduct in first elections in the year of 1951 to 52. The first Lok Sabha elections were conducted, and finally we have come across some of the our own national and political leaders purely of Indian government, and from there we have learned about houses. That is, a parliament is a house where two houses stay. That is Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. We have discussed about the number of members as well as their term for their duty. And then we have also discussed how the what are the challenges that have come when the elections were conducted. Okay, so far we have also discussed about the three kind of lists that that are there. That is state list, central list, and the concurrent list. State list, central list, and the concurrent list. So state list and central list we have discussed in detail in the previous session. So in this session we will discuss about the concurrent list. Okay, so concurrent list. So, state list is only of particularly whatever the matters is of related to the state affairs will come under state government. That means state government will look after only whatever will be under them. For example, road in their own state will be under their department. Okay, drainages of in their own city or in their own state will be under their department. Now, railways. Okay, all these things are again in the central government. Okay, then for example, building and making of highways. Okay, making of highways or making of any dams or something, which will all come under the central government. Okay, then what is concurrent list is? Concurrent is a combination of both the state and the central government. State and the central list. So whatever list comes under the state as well as the central will club together and form a concurrent list. So here the state as well as the central both have equal laws to be followed. For example, education necessary for the children. That means education department, which is common for both the list people. Now, in the state wise you may have some private schools, some government schools. When it will be in a central list, there will be some Kendriya Vidyalaya schools. Okay, that is especially the central government schools. Okay, so that means schools are common in both in state as well as central. Then we have common in like the railways. Railways are common for all the states as well as the central, isn't it? So postal, telephone. So all these things are some of the examples of the concurrent list that both the state as well as the central has to follow. Understood? Now we will be discussing about the president and the vice president. The president and the vice president. Now, president is the first citizen of the country. Remember, president is the first citizen of the country. So, a president is an indirect elections. A president is an indirect elections. That means, we being an common people, we are not going to vote the person known as president. That means, people who are sitting in the parliament or people who are sitting in both the houses of the parliament have the right to choose the president for the country. Now, all the states MLAs as well as all the people, that means members of both the houses, will choose or will elect the president of India. Then, members of both the house, only the members of both the house will elect the vice president. Okay, once again, MLAs of all the states plus members of both the houses will elect the president of India, whereas only members of both the houses will elect the vice president. Now, vice president is a person whose house relates to the Rajya Sabha. Is a person who chairs to the Rajya Sabha. Now, as being the person of Rajya Sabha, his duty is to talk, or his duty is to work on the behalf of the Rajya Sabha. Then, in the absence of president, the vice president will be taking decisions, as well as on the absence of the president, all the important meetings will be attended by the vice president. Now, for a country's decisions will be only followed only when it is approved by the President of India. Only if it is approved by the President of India. Then, now comes the Council of Ministers and the Prime Ministers. Council of Ministers and the Prime Ministers. Now, how they are elected? Yes, they are also indirectly elected. How? Now see, Prime Minister is a person who is elected by the number of both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha people. Among them only the person who gets a minimum number of seats will be given a chance to be a Prime Minister, as well as the Council of Ministers. That means Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers will not be appointed anywhere from outside. He or a group of people are selected among themselves only. You understood? People who are sitting in the Lok Sabha and people who are sitting in the Rajya Sabha, among them only a group of people will be chosen as a Council of Ministers as well as the Prime Minister. Now, when we talk about the government works under two wings. The government works under two wings. Now, first wing is which makes laws. So, it is known as Legislative Assembly. L for law and L for Legislative Assembly. Please remember like this, okay? L for law and L for Legislative Assembly. Okay. Now, Legislative Assembly's work, what is their work is to, they have to prepare the laws that are to be followed by the people who are living in the country. Okay. Next, the other wing is Executive Department. Executive wing. Now, executing means what? Whatever the laws are made, that means whatever the laws are made, that has to be followed. Isn't it? So, it is not like that only making of laws is important. Even the following is also important, no? Like we have in our school, we have some set of rules and regulations that are to be followed by every student as well as the teachers. Isn't it? Now, it has to be followed. It is not just like on the name of, on the sake of writing all the rules. It's not like, it's not written anywhere. Okay. When the rules are all set, it has to be followed. So, following of the rules or implementing of rules is known as executive wing. Executive wing. So, there are two wings for the government. One is the Legislative Assembly wing and the other is the executive. Now, the head of the executive wing is the President. The head of the executive wing is the President. Okay, please remember this. Next, the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers have a group of people who are working under them. There are some group of people who are working under them. Okay, now, these people will not directly assign, will not have directly work with, they will be, they are group of people who are working for them. Now, who are this group of people again? Again from the Houses of Parliament only, there are some people who will be working under the Prime Minister as well as the Council of Ministers. Next, all the decisions of the government are taken on the name of the President. Okay, all the decisions in the government are taken on the name of President. That so and so government is going to rule, or so and so government is going to lay this road. So all these permissions will come from the President. So once the President gives his signature for the for any work or project, if it is approved by him, it has to be followed. Understood? So on the name of the President, the government will be doing the work. Now, how does the President will come to know what work is going to be happen in the country? Like what work is going to happen in the country? Like what are the positive or how it is going to develop the country, or how the people are going to utilize these resources. So all this thing will be conveyed to him by these people of ministers, as well as this Council of Ministers as well as the Prime Minister. These people will give away or collect the information, and they will be given, like the Cabinet Ministers or the Council of Ministers will give away all this information to the President of India. The Prime Minister is a person which government wins. For example, in the present days, if we say it is a Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP's government is all being ruled in the country now. Okay, so the members who are there in both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, okay, among them the person who gets the maximum number of Lok Sabha seats, okay, only from the house of Lok Sabha, not from Rajya Sabha, the person who gets a maximum number of Lok Sabha seats in the assembly will be chosen as a person as the Prime Minister, and that too by the President there. President will just call him saying that so and so person has got the number of votes and he will be given a chance of being a prime minister for the country. No? So the prime minister is a person who enjoys a lot of support from the parliament, because most of the people, as he has won a lot of seats in the Lok Sabha, so he's a person who is going to enjoy the seat being a prime minister of the country. Okay, now there are some cabinet ministers we have spoken about, the council of ministers, some cabinet ministers, isn't it? Now what is cabinet? Cabinet is nothing but, that means departments. Okay, different departments here. Then we have, in our country there are different departments. One is for agriculture, industries, education, food, railways, postal, okay, defense, militaries, everything. Every department has all this. Every department has their cabinets. So all these people are known as, that means every department has some of their heads. So these heads are known as the head of the cabinets. That means they are the cabinet ministers. Okay, or having a foreign relation, that means we having export and import business, or we people are having some industrial business, industrial relation with the other countries, isn't it? So all these are known as foreign affairs. Okay, so people who have the head of the cabinet ministers will be heading for the particular their each department. Now under these cabinet ministers, again there are some group of ministers who are working there. Again the group of ministers are there who are working them. Now for example, if there is a foreign minister, he will not be going around every place and like every place to just get the information. So there are some people who are working under them. Okay, that means there are some secretary people who are going to actually look at the work what is going to happen there. So there are some group of people who are working there, and again on them the person secretary is there, and again on the secretary finally the cabinet minister is all sitting there. Now the group of people who are working, the workers will will look after the work what is happening in their particular own cabinet, that means in their own particular department. After that it will, all the information will be handed to the secretary, and from there to the cabinet minister. Now the cabinet minister is responsible for their own cabinet. So whatever the laws are being instructed by the president, it has to be followed there by every cabinet ministers. Next thing, whatever changes are brought, for example, there are some rules that are made for particularly for railways. Maybe there are some problems people are facing, people are suffering. So all these problems will be noted down by the people like the secretary of the railways. So this secretary will be conveying the same to the cabinet minister of the railway department. So he will be saying that so and so, like some states in our country are facing this problem in the railways. So you have to make some laws, you have to change some laws. So this changing of laws or conveying the problems will be, this cabinet minister will carry all these problems as well as the problems what have come across the people. Okay, all these things will be hand over to the president, as well as from there if needed some rules will be changed on. Okay, so this is all about the class, parliament and the central government. I hope you have all understood this lesson very well. So in this lesson, in this session particularly, we have discussed about the concurrent list. Okay, we have discussed about the people like the president and the vice president, how they are elected. We have spoken about the prime minister and the council of ministers. We have also spoken about the cabinet ministers. So this is all about the lesson, parliament and the central government. I hope you have all understood this part of lesson very well. We'll meet up in the next upcoming class. Till then, bye children. Have a nice day. Thank you.